Good morning, everybody. Another day in the tractor cab. Kind of bleak outside. It's not very sunny, very cloudy, but it's okay. I'm all right with that. It was really hot yesterday, so a nice cool day would be great. We don't want too much direct sunlight because a lot of our seeds haven't poked out of the ground yet with their sprouts. And so we don't want the ground to crust over too much and make it hard for them to emerge. So a nice cloudy day is nice. Something to show you guys. So this is the split row planter. It looks kind of funky. This is the one that we tore apart completely this whole summer and put back together, and it's working, so that's really exciting. We're only planting 4 rows. This is a seed cornfield, and so we've already come through here and planted in between all these rows with the female plants. Now we're planting the male plants. Watch previous video if you'd like to see an explanation on that. We have the iPad. We're in the 8330 right now. The iPad that's hooked up to the 2020 Precision Planting Seed Sense, Ag Leader, and John Deere, and a very messy cab. I did not have a chance to clean this before I got in it, but we're working with what we got. So this morning at the farm, I helped Dad get his planter set up, the box planter. That's the one you're used to seeing. It's the planter that has the tanks on either side of the tractor. The one with all the monitors, it's hard to see out of this window. So he is planting a different seed cornfield, and the seed cornfield that he's planting the males and the females at the same time. And I'm just doing this. We've got 2 fields being planted at once today. I'm really excited for 2 reasons today. Actually 3. One of the reasons is I got my nails done the other day and I feel really fancy. I know people make fun of me or give me a hard time for having such nice nails and being a farmer, but it makes me feel so good about myself. 2, my birthday is tomorrow, and that's one of the reasons why I got my nails done. I'm so excited. Tomorrow, because I know this video will be posted later, tomorrow my birthday is May 11th, and I will be in the tractor. I've accepted that. I'll be planting on my birthday, but I was planting on my birthday last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, so nothing has really changed. And then the 3rd reason I'm excited is because Mom is bringing lunch out to the field today, and she's coming from town, so she's bringing Raising Cane's. I cannot wait. I'm going to attempt to turn around one-handed so I can film and show you guys at the same time. We're going really fast. We are planting at 8.2 miles an hour. Usually we're going 5.4, so this is very unusual. We're also planting at a really high population, 37,000 seeds an acre. And the only reason the planter is able to keep up with that is because we're planting 4 rows at a time. I'm gonna slow down here, just throttle down. And once I'm outside the boundary I need to be, I'm going to pick up, turn this off, drive forward a little bit more. There's so many beeps. I will admit, they get annoying after a while. Okay, I'm going to turn around, slow down a little bit more over the bumps. Okay, and I'm just waiting for that red line to switch over. Press auto steer. It's going to start lining me up. Going to put the planter down, start the starter, and accelerate. And there we go. We're planting, everybody. Now I'm just going to speed up again, get that population number back down to where I want it to be, and then just look behind me, make sure everything is running smoothly, because a lot can go wrong very quickly at 8.5 miles an hour. I do also have spare seed bags in case I run out. my beautiful mother leaving the field, and look what she brought. Raisin Canes. If you haven't had Raisin Canes, I feel very sorry for you because this stuff is delicious. Who would have thought? A restaurant, why can I not get this open? A restaurant dedicated just to chicken strips. That is beautiful. Thanks, Mom. I love you. I ran out of seed, so I'm just out here behind the tractor filling up all the seed boxes and doing a visual inspection of everything on the barn. Earlier today, these two bolts broke. Dad helped me fix that. And last night when I was going, when Grant brought my food out to me, these two bolts broke. Fixed those last night. And then also so far today, I had this thing that keeps the two hex shafts together slide over here. So I just slid it back and so far it stayed. I don't think I've ever tried to do this one-handed, but I want to show you how to open a seed bag. So you start right here on this little tab. Okay, hold on, I might be able to get this. And this little string pulls, it's really satisfying. Okay, and then you just take this off, and I just tuck it right here, so no trash is in the field. And then our bag is open. Pretty cool, right? So the pivot that we had moving is far enough out of the way, and I don't want it to hit my vehicle at the far end of the field. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stop it now. But I don't know if you can see, I'm almost out of starter or 1034O fertilizer. And Dad, who would normally be feeding me the tractor, AKA bringing me seed, bringing me fuel, bringing me fertilizer, is obviously in another field planting. And so it's not the most efficient, but it's what I have to do. So I'm just going to drive the whole tractor and planter back to the farm, fill up, and then drive back and continue planting. Safely made it to the farm. And Grandma's, what are these, lilac bushes? They're blooming and they smell just divine. Man, I love flowers. All right, here's my rig. I've got the Defender, the chemicals I need, a ladder, mixing stuff, water jugs, and the fertilizer. Grandpa and Grandma came to check on me. Now time to head back out to the field. Just had Papa Kurt bring me out some more seeds, so I think I should be able to finish the field with what I have on in the boxes. But just in case, I've got a bag of seed riding back there to spot fill as we go along. I only have to go to the pivot point. Can you see the pivot point on there? It's just right over there. It's not too far. And then after that, we move on to another field. I think I'm gonna take over for Dad. So by now we've been sitting in the cab for many, many hours. Now, of course, there have been breaks, obviously, to get out refill with fuel, seed, fertilizer. I guess I haven't filled up with fuel yet today, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I've been in and out of the cab, but whenever I'm in the cab, I'm positioned like this. So I'm facing towards the right-hand side of the cab. My hand is resting on the armrest. I'm just gonna turn back like this. Now, of course, I could have a camera looking back there, but a camera just doesn't do what your eyes can do. Like, I need to zoom in my eyes on specific things, if you know what I mean. Like right now, I'm eyeing one chain make sure it's moving. But this is my stretches that I do when my back starts hurting. So I reach out, I touch both sides of the cab, so I can touch both sides of the glass with my arms. Reach up, touch the ceiling, roll my neck. Sometimes if I'm feeling brave and everything's working, I'll touch my toes, but then I feel like I have to jerk back up and check everything. Do some like over the arms, you know what I'm saying? And now it's time to turn around. It's kind of bumpy in here today, just towards the end of the field. And the beeping, I feel like, is getting louder and louder. It's really, I would wear earplugs, but then I wouldn't be able to hear how, like, I can hear my vacuums, and I feel like I wouldn't be able to do as good of a job if I had earplugs in. But the beeping is really getting to me. I've looked around and there's no volume button, so I guess they just want you to go deaf in here. Grandma and Grandpa came to my rescue. Man, this always happens. You fill the boxes full, like at the beginning of the day, and it lasts you for hours and hours. But for some reason, and I know they're taking just as much seed as all the rest of the passes, it appears that your last 3 rounds, you're just constantly running out of seed. Even if your boxes were full, somehow they run out. I know that's not true, but that's definitely the way it seems. So, thanks, Grandma and Grandpa. All right, we are officially done with this field and time to move on to the next one. You guys, look at what tractor we're back in. I feel like I'm back at home. We're in the 8345R. I'll never complain about this tractor again. It is so nice, so nice. So now we're planting seed corn. We're planting the males and the females at the same time. The big 16-row box planter. Sometimes I go home at night and I think, why am I so sore? All I did was sit in a tractor cab all day. But before I took off planting, Dad and I refilled with seed, and we put in 2 bags per box, and the bags are 50 pounds a piece. So that's my arm and back workout. And I'm about to say something really silly, but just hear me out. So the chair I'm sitting in, it's air ride, it's very cushy, but it's also like really heavy, it's sticky, it's hard to move, and I'm always facing this way to look out from behind me, and I find myself doing this a lot, like pushing myself to turn around in the chair, and it takes so much leg muscle to do that. I know that sounds silly, and like abs, like core to twist around. I'm just getting a full body workout like all day long. Also, something that's a little strange to describe, and I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's just weird for me to think about, is this planter and tractor takes up a lot more room. It's heavier, it's bigger, and I can feel that. I mean, I'm sitting in the same space in the cab. My arms can still touch either side, but I can just feel how much larger of a presence I have in this machine. It's really interesting. It makes me wonder what it would feel like to drive something like one of those big dump trucks at a mine, because if this is how much room I feel like I'm taking up in the world in this thing, I can't imagine what it would feel like to drive one of those. I fully realize that this is not how most people feel, but I was just looking at some comments under my last video, and I saw some comments saying that, wow, if tractors were any more computerized, we won't even need farmers anymore. Which, I mean, I understand, it looks like a lot, but I just think we're a long ways off from not needing an operator in the driver's seat. And I've seen all the articles about self-driving tractors, I've seen all of that, so that's not new information to me. But I don't think what people realize is that, yes, while I'm just sitting here, you know, like my hands aren't touching a wheel, I'm not accelerating with my foot or anything like that, my brain is working at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Hundreds of hours of practice and training is what it took to get me to the point where it looks like I'm just sitting here. But my eyes are looking at scanning constantly, and I'm looking at these screens that are monitoring all of this data, but my brain is the one that's actually interpreting, like, okay, I need my population at this, it's not Y, and then adjusting. So I know it looks like I'm just sitting here with a whole bunch of fancy screens, but I promise you, I'm doing more than that. So when a computer can figure out that one row unit isn't planting, go back there, dig out a branch that somehow got in the seed tube, yeah, you let me know when that happens. We are rounding out my birthday eve with a beautiful sunset, and this is all we have left from here to there, and I should have enough seed and enough fertilizer. What a beautiful evening. I just really want to thank you guys for always sticking around for the full days. I really enjoy filming these vlogs for you guys. It gives me an insight into my day, and it's kind of fun to show Grant, to show him what I've been up to all day. He really likes vlogging for you guys too. This has been just like a really fun part in our lives, and we really appreciate you guys sticking around for this. I hope you guys are learning something, because I truly learn something new every single day. So with that being said, that is all for today, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!
Good morning, everyone. It is a new day here on the farm, and I have to load some seed. I'm going to do it with that stuff. Here we have the medium-sized JLG telehandler that I'm going to be picking up these boxes off of our Patriot Equipment seed tender. Both these boxes fit up here, and they're both empty because I used them yesterday. So I will drop these off and then put some new ones on. Just like that, we are good to go. Locked and loaded. Now we're back at the home farm where the planter was parked overnight. And we'll fill it up and do our checks on all of the row units, make sure nothing is, no bearings are out or anything like that. Now that the hoppers are full, we gotta fill the tank. Remember when we moved this tank with the crane? Yeah, it's all full now. The amount of seed that is in these two hoppers will do about 80 acres. To the field now. I'm unfolding. It's 9:30. I'd say loading and all the driving around probably took an hour, hour and a half maybe. Everything has been working so good today, and then I messed up. So I was pulling up to this pivot stop here. There's a little arm that goes across here, and I didn't stop fast enough, and I smashed our new fertilizer system. As you saw in a couple videos ago, we put this Sentinel system on the planter for putting starter fertilizer on the corn, and I smashed it with a post. Are you kidding me? I think it might be fixable. Oh no, it broke. It broke right there. This guy broke off. Oh man. Oh well, they got parts. I'll get it fixed. Man, did a number to this post though. Gonna have to fix that. This thing's still strong. That's good. Yeah, thanks to SurePoint for sending this out. It served us well. To be really honest with you guys, I hit the post. Well, I knew it was there, but I was on the phone and I wasn't fast enough slowing down, so that's why I hit the post. Yeah, don't be on your phone while driving a tractor. A lot to pay attention on in here as I'm filming on a phone. I'm probably gonna hit the pivot. It's coming up here. You see it? Probably not. Oh, there it is. And we'll call that a day.